probably won't be able to see me properly. It's another dark night, but I was in the flat all day today working, and I figured I need to get some fresh air. When I say get some fresh air, sometimes I like to walk the street late at night. My gosh, it's so dark. I like to walk the street late at night because that is when sometimes I like to walk and think. And I mean it's a bit cold. I could tell it was cold today because all day I couldn't really get as warm as I normally am when I'm working. But I kind of wanted to, irrespective of what the weather's like, I needed to step outside because I have quite a bit of thinking to do. And people would assume, oh, what's up, there's something wrong. No, I'm the kind of person, I don't like to sit at the same level. If I'm in a situation where nothing's happening, I like to not so much try to force issues, but I like to explore to see what I should be doing next to get to where I need to be. So for example, the last few days I've not been on Facebook much, and normally I'm quite prolific. Usually have a lot to say, but at the moment I don't really have anything that I care to contribute. And I guess part of the reason is, and people assume that I think I'm better than other people, and it's nothing to do with that. It's just I don't like to stay at the same level. It's one of those things where, I mean, for example, I've got people messaging me, and it's the same old tired conversations, especially guys, get messages, and it's sort of, you've heard it all before, and it's like I don't want to keep going over the same conversations. I was having a conversation with someone recently, and was saying that's why I stopped going to church, because it wasn't doing anything for me. You get to a point and it's just repeat, and I don't tend to like to live life on repeat unless it's certain routines, like for example going to the gym, as I was going to the sauna, because these are good routines and habits. But I don't like to go through the same motions with people. I've said recently, or have been saying, that I've been calling people, and sometimes the phone rings and I know what the conversation is going to be. It's going to be, how are you, how are things, pertaining to my sister, etc. And it's like, I don't want to have these conversations, because as far as it goes with my sister, we're getting into the swing of things now. We're there, we're having a laugh, and some sort of normality has been established, and we're just getting on with it. And like I said, I don't like to stand still in my life. And when I say in my life, I'm talking in terms mentally, physically, spiritually. Wherever there needs to be renovations or improvements, or moving on to other levels, then I'm quite keen to do that. So at the moment it's a bit of a desolate place, for want of a better term. So I don't much feel inclined to speak to anybody. It's not necessarily, as I've said, I'm not going through anything, but this is standard practice for me. Where I just, if you like, go into shutdown mode, and I just don't want to keep repeating. So at the moment, I'm surprised it's not as cold as the temperature inside the flat portrays. So trying to organize myself because I'm the type I don't like to go to the shops at the weekend. So my sister's run out of yogurt, so I am now going to the shop to buy some for her so that I will not need to go out again before Monday. But it's just that really, nothing in particular to say. But I gotta say I'm disappointed because there are some people who talk the talk and flatter to deceive, and I just don't. I can't say I'm disappointed because it's, you know, people are people and it's entirely up to them what they are, how they choose to be, and so on. But I just think, I guess I'm not the type, I don't have time for time wasters. So what I'm finding, as I said with the call, some things you don't need to, you don't have to address some situations, you just let them be. But I am at a point at this moment where I don't feel inclined to, I don't know, even as an example, a couple of people posted comments on one of my posts, and I didn't, ordinarily I would answer, even if I'm going to answer them rudely, or, you know, because it's a stupid comment, I would say something, and I think I'm not even going to respond because this comment doesn't merit any kind of interaction. So I'm at that point at this moment, but I have no idea what comes next. But I just don't like to stand still mentally, spiritually. Physically, I don't mind staying in my house. I can cope with that. But I like to know that there are things stirring out there in the atmosphere, that something new, something exciting is afoot. So I'm somewhat quiet as regards social media and as regards speaking to people on the phone. So at the minute it's just me and my sister there getting on with things and kind of having a laugh with her routines where I've said to her that she's interfering with my work. You know, we have banter that because the routine that she has where I'm getting up at all times in the middle of the night, and just as I'm about in deep sleep, the carer comes and I jump out of my sleep, and so I've said to her, right, you have to get up an hour later tomorrow. So instead of getting up at 7 or 8, you need to get up at 8 or 9, because that 1 hour gives me time to sleep. You know, but we have banter, so we are there muddling along, and it is what it is. But at the minute, like I said, people would interpret that I'm on a downer or something, which I'm not. It's just that I want to sort of, not so much fast track, but I would like to get to the next point ASAP, if it be God's good will. Right, let me just go and buy my yogurt. See you.